sir. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Can you people put?
I'm Kavita. I'm Kavita Sikh from Ahmedabad, sir.
Wow, that's great.
Good evening, sir. I am Sunela Day and I am from Chhattisgarh.
Wow. Yeah, if you can just put it in the chat box. Please put it in the chat box. Maybe
Good evening, sir. I am Nilakshan from Sri Lanka in Jaffna.
Okay. Hi. So thank you very much.
Good evening, sir. I am Rocky Snipin and I am from Cochin, Kerala.
From Ahmedabad, sir.
Hi. So thank you very much, team. Thank you very much for joining today. So today we are going to talk about very important aspects, and we are having people from several places. We will wait for just 2 more minutes. People are joining one by one. Please take a paper and pen. We will be doing some exercise. Okay. So we are having people from Dubai, Lakshmi from Chennai. Okay, I'm also from Chennai. Very happy to meet you. Bangladesh, Dr. Seema from Ludhiana, Sarita Kumari from Bihar, Aisha from Karachi, Pakistan. Wow. Chhattisgarh, Hyderabad, New Delhi, Dubai, Muscat, Meerut, Kashmir. Okay, we are having people from many places. So very happy to meet all of you. So team, today we are going to talk about insight therapy. So before going into insight therapy, okay. So let us do a small exercise, okay. Please put it in the chat box. Please put it in the chat box. What is your deepest fear in the world, in your life? What is your deepest fear? What is your deepest fear? You can put it in the chat box, and if anybody wants to share it in the call, it will be very nice. So, Dr. Seema, Kavita, accident, drowning in. Okay. I fear lizards, okay, death, a failure in doing something. Aisha, only husband will be having fear, Aisha. Always do talk with wife. Drowning in fear, accident, stage phobia. Deepest fear is fear of failure, nothing. No, Rosie Gupta says, I don't have any deepest fear. Okay. So Rosie, if you just go and look inside you, okay, definitely there may be some fear we may be able to some small fear we may be able to unearth. Just try. Drowning in water. Good evening. Okay, Sharjah.
Yes, sir. It can be like fear of heights or something, you can say.
Fear of
Heights.
heights. Fear of heights.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not as such, not any particular fear.
See, deepest fear, I'm afraid of heights. Okay. Now the thing is, the moment I asked, few people are able to tell what is their fear. Maybe that is their fear, which is available in the surface. Okay, the moment I asked, you were able to tell. Okay. There may be some fear in the unconscious aspect. There may be some fear in the unconscious, which we may not know. And mostly everybody is having a fear of death. Fear of death means some people, majority of the people, okay. Fear of death may be there. Maybe, I'm using the word maybe. So there may be some fear in the unconscious level. Okay. Okay. Now I will ask the second question. Okay. Now, if at all you want to ask a question to your own self, okay. If at all you want to ask any one question to your own self, okay. What will be that one question? Now, immediately don't put it in the chat box, okay. Immediately don't put it. Please come on the video if possible. Please close your eyes for some time, okay. And what is the one question you would like to ask your own self? Take a deep breath, breathe out. Just put it in the chat box. What is the one question which you would like to ask your own self? Yeah, please put it in the chat box. Please put it in the chat box. If you are asking a question to your own self, what will be the question? See, the question should be very higher level questions. Okay. Why I am like this? What is the key of your happiness? When will you grow up? Swami, that question seems to be very plastic. People, when you ask your own self questions, okay, only Buddha, Teresa, these kind of people, they ask positive questions with self. Okay. Normal human being, they ask questions like this. What shall I do to develop myself much more always? A question. Neelam Damya, I don't have any question. So Neelam, just you can think for some time. If at all you want to ask a question to your own self, in all this life, okay, in all this life, don't you get any question to ask your own self? At some point of time, why did you do like this? Why did you do like this? Why I did like this? What has made me to do this? Maybe, isn't it? Lakshmi, nothing is coming to my mind. Okay, very nice. So now we will try to understand about okay. Okay, why am I can't talk to an angry person, especially my husband? Okay, no problem. What is the purpose of our lives? So two questions I have asked. Okay, two questions I have asked. What is your deepest fear? I asked. Okay. And the second question I asked, what is the one question you will ask your own self? If at all you want to ask one question to your own self, what is that one question you will ask? Okay. Only one question I will ask. Okay. The third one, then we will be going into the program. We will be trying to understand about the insight therapy completely. Now, the third question is, suppose think that you're in the verge of your deathbed. Just imagination. Suppose I am in the death of my verge of my death. Okay. What is the one thing I will regret? Suppose I am in my death. What is the one thing which I will regret? Suppose, for example, if an earthquake comes now, we all will die now. In that case, what is the one thing which I will regret in my life? Oh my God, this I should have done. This I have not done. What is the one thing which you will regret? Smita, this is the same question I will also ask myself. Very nice. No, it is not about scared. I didn't tell that you will scare of death. Suppose if death is happening, okay, we will have some regret in life, na? Whether when you are in deathbed, what is that you will regret? See, we are all not saint, isn't it? Osho, he told to his disciples, see, I'm going to die today, okay, and I don't want anyone to cry. I don't want anyone to cry when my life passes. I want every one of you to dance. That is, surround me. There should be good music going on, and every one of you should be dancing. So he is a philosopher. He is for many millions of people. He was a philosopher, guide. Okay. So he might have not have any regrets. Okay. But a normal human being may have some regret. Okay. There may be some Buddha here also. I do not know. Okay. The people, Buddhas, they don't have any regret. So it is not about fear of death. Any regret? I would have spent my time with my loved one for myself. Okay. Now, during these questions, okay, during answering these questions, something you wanted to answer, but something else you answer means that is what insight. So the insight is, I asked a question, something came to your mind, but that you didn't tell, you typed something else. That is insight. Now, when you are, I asked three questions. When you look at the questions, okay, what is going in your mind now? What is going into your mind now, as far as your life is concerned? Which so far you didn't feel. Today, something, when I'm answering these questions, I feel. If anybody is there, you can answer. So like this, I didn't feel. After answering this question, something suddenly, something came to me. I didn't think like this before. Today, first time, I do not know why I thought like that. Anyone? Anyone, anything? When you were answering these questions, what is that you were thinking? Is there anything, something new which came to your mind when you were answering these questions? Yeah, or nothing came? You can put it in the chat box also. Okay. I want every one of you to put. I want every one of you to put, because we will be getting the answer for this when we are ending the session today.
Sir, could you repeat the question, please?
I told three questions. The three questions, when you are thinking about the question, what is your deepest fear? What is the one question you would like to ask your own self? Suppose if you are in deathbed, what is the one regret you will have? What is the one regret? Okay. Now these are the three questions I asked, and yeah, Pallavi, that was very nice. That was very nice. Okay. Now keep all these answers in your mind. Okay. 1 hour. Now 1 hour we are going to attend the class. What happens is I have put a seed in your mind. Okay. Now the seed will start working. When we go towards the end of the session, I will ask the same question one more time. Okay. If something else comes to your mind, okay, if something else, that means your mind is working backwards and you are getting insight into the question. Insight into the question. Now let us see what is insight and what is insight therapy, and what are the best aspects about all these aspects. So, can anyone tell what is insight? What is actually insight? People can come on the video if possible. We can discuss.
Sir, insight is awareness. Awareness of your thoughts. What you really want in your life.
Superb. Anything else? Anything else, team?
Sir, insight is actually some wisdom which gives us some relaxation and freedom from the existing difficulties which we are feeling.
Super, super.
I think it is some extra knowledge that we are getting. Like we thought what we got was superficial. Now we are getting some more insight, means we are getting some more thoroughness, some more awareness of the real thing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Anyone else? Insight.
It is introspection of ourselves.
Introspection of ourselves. Okay. Anyone else?
There are some cues present in the environment. With the help of these cues, we use some solution of the problem.
Beautiful, Dr. Sima. Beautiful. Anyone else?
Sir, when you take insight, when you just take the insight, it can also mean when you have a psychiatric illness, you have an insight into your problem. Sometimes very severe mental illness, like something like schizophrenia, you might not have an insight into the illness. You might deny whatever problems you have. So that can also mean an insight.
Very nice, very nice. Super. This also we will discuss, Anita. This also we will discuss. Okay.
So it can mean to look into oneself and try to look at a thing with different dimensions.
Super. Very nice, very nice. Very nice.
Sir, it's our knowledge, skill and ability and experience which help us to gain solution for some problem.
Okay, very nice. So let's discuss more in depth into this. What is insight and what is insight therapies? What is insight therapies and some of the techniques used in insight therapies? So what is insight? The capacity to gain an accurate and deep intuitive understanding of a person or thing. Now, the capacity to gain an accurate and deep intuitive understanding. Now, intuitive, this word is very, very important. When I asked you a question, what is your deepest fear? Okay, that is an intuitive understanding. What is the one question which you will ask your own about your own self? You are answering, you are trying to tell the question, which is an intuitive understanding about your own self. What is the one regret will you have in your life? That is an intuitive understanding which you have about your own self. There are many definitions for insight. There are many definitions for insight. So we will see some other definition also. Insight is self-knowledge, understanding the significance and purpose of one's motives or behavior, including the ability to recognize the inappropriateness and irrationality. So, for example, let us take the case of Nirbhaya. And what happened with Nirbhaya. Okay. Insight is self-knowledge, understanding the significance and purpose of one's motives or behavior, including the ability to recognize the inappropriateness and irrationality. Now, during Nirbhaya case, one advocate came and told in the open media, if women walk in the night with a men like this, it may happen like this one. Even recently, one minister has told, one minister in Mysuru, what happened, one a girl was brutally, she was raped and killed. So it was around 9 o'clock in the night in the hills, I think it is in Chamundiri Hills or something. So she has gone there along with the boy and they were sitting in a bush. Okay. And some people came and they killed her, raped and killed her. When a minister was talking about this, if girls are going like this in midnight, along with a boy like this, these things will happen. What we can do about it? That is what he told. That is actually inappropriateness and irrationality. Now, why that he has spoken like this? If we try to understand that, now that is what insight. We are trying to understand about the insight into the other person. That is one aspect. As far as the self is concerned, it is your own understanding, your own self-knowledge, and your own motives and behaviors. For example, here we are having 95 plus people. I asked 3 questions. What is the answer which you wanted to give, whether you gave or not? If you have given the same answer, what is your motive and what is your behavior? Positive, isn't it? Now, if I am not given, something is stopping me, or if I tell I don't, I'm not able to find out anything. When 60 people are able to find out, if I am not able to find out, natives.
APR equal to 150.
Yeah. Now, when we are taking the class, somebody is opening the mic and talking. Now, motive. Suppose if I start shouting and then, what will be my motive? Or if I am telling, okay, these are the things, it's common here. We should not become tension for this. That is one aspect. So, what is the motive behind my actions? So, that is what called insight. As far as some people are concerned. Okay. Now, there is something called 6 hats. There is something called 6 hats. That is one of the beautiful signs. How many of you do not know about the 6 hats by Edward de Bono? If you do not know, you can put a D. You can put D if you do not know. 6 hats by Edward de Bono. Okay. So that is one of the beautiful and wonderful science on heart, I will say, into problem solving that can be used in counseling also. That we will discuss one day. Okay. That we will discuss one day, and I will also share with you. I have many audio files related to it. I will share with you. So maybe in this week, 1 hour, we will discuss about the hats. So Edward de Bono, he tells there are 2 types of insight. There are 2 types of insight. The first kind of insight is where we short circuit a longer path with a shorter one. Maybe one day we find a shorter way. See, every day you are doing something in some side. Suddenly you are doing it in some other side. Okay. Every problem you used to solve it in one way. Suddenly you are trying to do it in some other way. That we call it as, that is one kind of insight. You have a problem, you solve it through some magic. We call it a magic. The second is type of insight is like a eureka moment where we gain a sudden flash of insight and a new understanding. Now the three questions which I asked now, with these three questions, if a new understanding has come to you, then it is a eureka moment for you. Day before yesterday, we were in Chief Quality Assurance Office, and even our own people also I have taken. Kritika has come one day, and Vinod has come other day, and Reshma came on the third day. So during the program, we asked the question about the time, the left out time. What is that they will be able to, they want to do, and we gave one exercise also. So one person told, really, I feel I should become more responsible towards myself. So far, I'm not responsible. When I'm doing this exercise, suddenly I feel that I should be more responsible towards myself. So there is a new understanding, a sudden flash of insight. The three questions during this 1 hour, if you get sudden some insight, okay, then you can share it. So this is, there are two kinds which Edward de Bono says. The whole thing suddenly restructures itself to give a completely different pattern. See, you are looking at something in a way. For example, I asked a question. What will be your regret in your life? What will be your regret in your life? Suppose if you are married, I asked this question and you answered it. Now the whole thing suddenly restructures itself to give a completely different pattern. Actually, what is the meaning of this question? The meaning of the question is, today I am alive, and I am thinking, suppose during the deathbed, what will be my regret? What is that I will think? What will be, I say that this is my regret. If I think now I am alive, I can take the proper actions from today onwards so that when I am really on the deathbed, I will not have that regret. So that is, I'm restructuring itself. Now the question is actually a question, but through the question, whether we are developing this kind of thinking. Actually, the question is meant for that. Today I am alive and I am thinking about a future event. And what will be my regret? Okay, this will be my regret, I will think. This I am thinking from the present moment. Then I can start working towards it so that when the real aspect happens, I will not have any kind of a regret. So how many of you thought like it? How many of you thought like it? For all the questions, for all the three questions, did you have any other meaning? Did you got any other meaning? Any other way of interpreting it? Yes, Steve? Let us interact. Yes, anyone? Come on, team. Okay. Now I will give you 2 minutes time. Think about the three questions. Okay. Think about the three questions. I asked you a question, you wanted to give an answer. No, I don't want an answer. I want you to think how these questions, three questions, may change your outlook about your own life. What is the new insight you are getting about your own life? 1 minute time, think. And think about the question and tell me. Anyone can just share. Initially, my answer was to be happy. Then it changed it to appreciation. Okay. Others? Yes, team.
So may I?
Yeah, Rosie.
Yeah. Sir, the first question was, what is my greatest fear? So this will give me an insight so that I can acknowledge my fear. First, I identify my fear, and then I'll start working on that fear. Then
That is what the real purpose.
and what is the greatest regret? So that I'll start living in the present and take action right now.
So that I don't have any regret.
Yeah, towards what I want to achieve in my life.
Super, Rosie.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. So this is what the aspect. Okay. Now this is that is the whole thing suddenly restructures. Now Rosie when told, no, actually it got restructured itself to give a completely different pattern. So the other definition. Insight, the ability to have a clear, deep, and sometimes sudden understanding of a complicated problem or situation. This is how Cambridge Dictionary refers it. Now let us come to insight-oriented therapy. Insight-oriented therapy is an umbrella term used to describe a collection of different therapy techniques that have similarities in theory and thoughts. So when we call insight-oriented therapy, that is not one therapy. There are many theories, there are many therapies which share similarities. Those therapies are called insight-oriented therapy. Now, insight therapy is a type of psychotherapy in which the therapist helps their patient understand how their feelings, beliefs, actions, and events from the past are influencing their current mindset. Team, please read this. Okay. Insight therapy is a type of psychotherapy in which the therapist helps their patient to understand how their feelings, beliefs, actions, and events from the past are influencing their current mindset. Okay. So, insight-oriented therapy is an umbrella term used to describe collection of different therapy. Now, what are the therapy will come under then insight therapies? What are the therapies will come? Please, sir.
So CBT?
100% CBT comes into insight-oriented therapy because
and Gestalt also?
100%.
REBT?
1 minute. Why we have to understand why Gestalt therapy or why CBT?
Yeah.
Why CBT? Why?
Can I say, sir? Can I say?
Yeah, Farhana.
It is identifying, recognizing, and managing. No, so CBT will come in identification, then recognition, and then how to manage our problem.
That is one thing. The another aspect is actually in CBT, in the initial period, we don't talk about the past, but actually we go into the schema. We go into the big model. The big model. Anyone from diploma team, can you share the big model? Can you tell the big model? What is the big model? Anyone from the diploma team? Anyone from the diploma team? What is the how that we will be going in the CBT? In CBT, first the physical response. Okay, the physical response or behavior, it is due to the automatic negative thought. The automatic negative thought, it is due to the core belief. Okay, the core belief. The core belief, it is because of the early experiences. So in CBT also, at later point of time, we may be going into the early experience, the past. The past influences the present. So in one way, CBT is also an insight-oriented therapy. That is one aspect. The second aspect is, in CBT also, awareness is being stressed. One of the key aspects of CBT is awareness, creating awareness in the client. So even in the Gestalt therapy, most of the aspect, it pertains to creating awareness all the techniques of Gestalt therapy, it is to create awareness of the present. Something happened in the past. Something happened in the past that has an influence on the present behavior. When I come into awareness about the present and the present requirement and the present aspect, I will come out of the past. Unless and until I have the clear-cut awareness of the present, I will be entangled to the past. I will come out of the past the moment I get awareness about the present. Context and content. Context and content. Context is, suppose for example, 10 years before something has happened. Okay. One is content. Content is, suppose somebody meets with an accident. Okay. They didn't die. They were crossing a road. When they were crossing the road, a lorry came. A lorry came and out of fear they ran. Okay. Now that got into the mind, and the lorry is dangerous. I start thinking in my mind, a lorry is dangerous and walking in highways is dangerous. Okay. The content is, walking in the highway is a dangerous content. Context is, a lorry came fast in 1996. That is context. In 1996, a lorry came fast. In 2023, I fear crossing the high road. Now the context is different, but I am bringing the context. The past context to the present context I am bringing. I am bringing the content also and the context also. Now awareness means, when we are able to bring out the context is different. The context is 1996 there. Here the context is 2023. The content there, that is different. Here the content we have to rephrase. So Gestalt therapy also creates awareness. So any other therapy? Any other therapy?
The psychodynamic.
Psychodynamic, very nice, because it also works on to create an aha experience with the clients. That is also one of the what you call insight-oriented therapies. Now,
client-centered therapy, sir. Client-centered therapy, also Carl Rogers.
Yes, client-centered therapy. Absolutely correct, Anita. That is also a insight-oriented therapy. Now, when you are talking, suddenly something comes to your mind. That is what insight. Something was not in your awareness. You were just listening to me. When you're listening to me, something suddenly comes. Hey, person-centered therapy. Something comes now. That is what called insight. When it comes, you get an aha experience. Yeah, I recollected. Yeah, aha experience. That comes because of the awareness. Because you are aware of the present and your mind starts supplying you informations. Okay. So these are two aspects we should be able to understand. That is, it's an umbrella term. It's an umbrella term. It's an umbrella term used to describe a collection of different therapies. Okay. So it is a psychotherapy in which the therapist helps the patient to understand how their feelings, beliefs, actions, and events from the past are influencing their current mindset. Importance is placed on the relationship between the therapist and the client, with the therapist identifying behavioral patterns from the client past that could be affecting their behavior and relationship at the present. In 1996, a lorry came fast, and I tried to, when I was crossing the road, a lorry came fast, and I came to the conclusion that lorries are dangerous. The behavioral pattern in 2023, the behavioral pattern is, I don't cross the roads. I want someone to hold my hand. I am 28 years old. I can cross the road myself, but I don't want. I want someone to hold my hands. Even when someone holds my hands, I run. There are no vehicles, either this side or that side. No traveling. There is no bus, no lorry, nothing is there. The road is vacant. Even then, I hold the hand and I start running towards the other road. That is the behavioral pattern. I hold the hand. Sweating comes to me. I start running. Behavioral pattern. Now, this behavioral pattern, it is because of the client's past, wherein the same thing happened and she would have met with an accident. That could be affecting their behavior and the relationships at the present. So insight therapy focuses on unconscious processes as they are manifested in the person's present behaviors. The goals of insight-oriented therapy are for the client to achieve self-awareness and develop an understanding of how the past influences their present behavior. This is the a clear aspect of insight therapy. How the past affects your present and how the self-awareness will help you to come out of your problem. Okay. Now, can anyone tell any one technique from Gestalt therapy, which is actually an insight-oriented?
Sir, you are not audible.
So you are not visible also.
Is Sir here in the class or he has left?
I think there is some network issues.
He got disconnected, I think.
Team, sorry, there was some connection issue. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible also.
So 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm opening the. So what is the one therapy? What is the one technique in Gestalt therapy, which is actually a clear-cut insight-oriented therapy technique?
Sir, empty chest.
So, hello.
Yes.
Sir, is it unfinished business?
Absolutely. Unfinished business. Unfinished business is a clear-cut technique, which is actually insight-oriented therapy. In unfinished business, what is that? What is the meaning of unfinished business? For example, a team, is it whether my voice is coming?
Voice is coming, sir.
Voice is coming, but you are not visible, sir.
Not visible. Acha. That seems to be, yeah, now?
Now,
And now, okay,
sir.
now.
Let's talk. So unfinished business, in unfinished business, what we do is, we try to identify what is that actually happened in the past, okay, which is unresolved, because of which they are doing like this. Okay. Now I will tell you a real life case incident. You people can just give me what is the unfinished business. That is insight oriented therapy. What the past influences the present. There was a girl, okay, she is 19 years old. Their parents brought her for counseling. Stating that, sir, actually she is very intelligent. She scores very good mark, and she is having very good social etiquette. Everything is absolutely good, but only in the when she is eating, okay, when she eats too fast. And she eats more. It is not that, suppose I'm giving her buri. Everybody takes 4 or 5 minutes, she will take 8. And she will also eat very fast. Sometimes even when we go to a hotel, we are seeing this behavior. And she too tells that I feel this to be quite not normal, and I would like to avoid this behavior, but I do not know what happens when I meet you. Okay. Now, what may be the cause for this? What may be the unfinished business? Can anyone just guess? Any guess?
Sir, bulimia.
What may be the unfinished business I'm asking? What might have happened in the past, which might have contributed to her behavior? She eats a lot, means every time she is not eating late. The problem for them is it is not, she is not overweight. Okay. She eats too fast.
So there may be some, hello?
Yeah.
So there may be some internal conflict because of some past experience. That's why to make her soothe her mind, she feels a kind of like a safety and security. And so that she feels that she'll feel good after eating. And
So what is that? What may be the cause I'm asking? Rosie Gupta, what you're telling is 100% correct. Okay. That is what. That is what unfinished. What might have been the cause? What might have happened in the past which causes this kind of behavior? A general hunch I'm asking. Yeah,
Maybe, sir, may I?
Yeah.
Sir, maybe during her childhood, while feeding by mother, she might insist like you have to eat fast, otherwise people will some tolerate. They will not wait for you to if you eat slowly. Such.
Superb. Anything else? Superb.
May I?
Yeah,
Sir, maybe she's having in past, in childhood, she's having any fear or any problem or tension in the family relation. For avoiding that also she can start eating like she's avoiding all those things.
Superb, Meenakshi. Anything else? Anything specific things which happened in the past which could create this kind of behavior? Anything else?
Something has left incomplete in the past. Maybe like studies, like maybe something else, any desire that you want to be.
Must have deprived from favorite food. Deprivation of food.
Super, Dr. Seema. Anything else?
Maybe
Anita Ramakrishnan said it actually in the case in which I handled, that was the case. Anita Ramakrishnan Ramchandran has told very correctly. Actually, what happened was when they were in the when she was very young, okay, when she was young, they were not that much, what do you call, wealthy people. They were not even middle class, they were below middle class. So they had problems, for all the 3 times a meal, they had a problem. So what will happen is, they suppose if mother gives something, if she eats very fast, okay, they may give something else. If she eats very slowly, so she may switch off the stove. Because of this poverty, okay, wherever she goes, she used to eat fast so that she will be able to fill the stomach quickly. Otherwise, most of the time it so happened that in the early period, when she eats slowly, so nothing will be there, but even then she will be feeling hungry. So this poverty has made her like that, what our Anita Ramachandran told. Okay. So unfinished business is one of the aspects. Something happened in the past which is carried to the present. Now, by creating self-awareness, we will be able to bring her to normal. Now, when we identified this, we made her to self-aware. See, context and content. Context, it was past when you were below middle class, wherein you were not having your own house. Financially, you people were not very well. That was the context. Today, whether the context has changed or not. Now the context has changed. Yes. When the context has changed, is it necessary to change the content also or not? So the content also to be changed. That awareness we have to bring to her along with other therapeutic interventions. That's all. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, it is.
1 minute. So we have seen all these aspects. Okay. Okay. Now, so insight is an integral process in both individual and group process, where the client makes connection between new information generated in therapy and present circumstances. The past, something happened, and the present circumstances, a new information, content and context. New information is related, raised, which the client is able to understand, makes connection. When the client is able to make the connection of the content and context of the past and present clearly and able to interpret it appropriately to change the current behavior, then we can say insight has happened to her. Okay. Now, so insight therapy focuses on unconscious processes as they are manifested in the person's present behavior. It is unconscious. She's eating fast. That is unconscious process. The goals of insight-oriented therapy are for the client to achieve self-awareness. We bring her to the self-awareness and develop an understanding of how the past influences their present behavior. Okay. Now, we want to increase self-awareness. Okay. So one of the aspects from Gestalt therapy we have seen one technique, unfinished business, to identify the aspect. Okay. Now, from Gestalt therapy itself, okay, there is one more technique through which we can help her to reduce the behavior. What is the technique? By using Gestalt psychology, we can empower the child.
Empathy?
Not empathy. Yeah. So,
So will you please, excuse me, sir, will you please repeat the question once again?
from Gestalt therapy, we have discussed one technique. So now that we know the past is influencing with the present, what is the past, what is the present, we know. Okay.
Sir, unconditional positive regard.
Now, from Gestalt therapy, I am telling you, I want a technique. One minute. I want a technique which can really help her to reduce her behavior.
Top dog, underdog.
What they are?
Top dog, underdog technique.
Okay, top dog, underdog. Any other technique?
So,
Yeah.
so sensory stimulation.
Superb, sir. Superb. In Gestalt therapy, what we say is self-awareness of your own body. Now, what we can ask her is, you eat now. Now we are giving you, we want you to eat. We want you to eat fast. When you are eating fastly, we want you to observe your total body and your total mind. We want you to observe and we want you to eat. So the moment she observes her own thought, she will not be able to eat fast because she is conscious. Only when she is unconscious aspect, she eats fast. Now we will tell now that you are completely conscious, be in the present. Now eat this chapati. I want you to eat this chapati. Now she will start eating with complete consciousness, with completely body awareness. What will happen is she is in the present. The context is present. The content is present. So she will not be able to eat fast. That is one thing. The second thing is asking the individual to exaggerate. That is okay. Now you used to eat fast now. Now you start eating fastly. And I want you to eat much more faster than the usual aspect. At the same time, observe your own behavior. You start eating. In front of her, keep a mirror. Let her see herself in the mirror and eat fast. Eat fast. So when the things are exaggerated, okay. Yes. Yes, please. So one is exaggeration. The other one is doing the opposite. In Gestalt therapy, there is something called doing the opposite. Now that you are eating fast, okay. Now we want you to eat as slow as possible. As slow as possible. Doing the opposite. With complete awareness. And try to see inside what is that happening. So these are the insight therapy techniques which can help the client to reduce the behavior. Okay, now we will low self-esteem. Okay, low self-esteem. If someone is having low self-esteem, okay, what are the things might have happened in the past which might have created low self-esteem with the people? One is being bullied as a child, non-supportive parents, weight issues. What are the other things? Please.
Sir, comparison with siblings.
Comparison with siblings. Very nice. Then.
Even in the school, like comparison with the other kids, like by teachers, by parents.
Very nice. Then anything else?
People having low exposure to the environment. Like
yeah,
they
repeat, please.
Sir, like people who are having lack of exposure to the outer environment.
Okay.
Less
Physical
communication.
physical handicappedness. The child is incapable to compete with the normal child.
Okay. Anything else?
Repeated failure,
body
sir.
image.
Repeated failure, sir.
Repeated failure. Yeah. Now, can you people put it in the chat box? See, we are having around 90 people. Okay. Maybe I do not know how many out of 90 is physically and physically present with self-awareness. Whoever is physically present with self-awareness, put it in the chat box. What are the things can create low self-esteem in people? Past something has happened that creates a low self-esteem for the people. So criticizing always, repeated failure, negative body image, comparison, lack of affection. Very nice. Overbearing parenting, negative criticism, failure, continuous criticism, labeling, humiliation by near ones, health issues, childhood physical abuse, body shaming. See, that is why a group learning, a group learning gives us a variety of aspects. See, how many overprotection, Radha Mangal, very nice. Overprotection sometimes gives low self-esteem. Okay. Okay, helicopter parenting then.
What are the reasons behind low self-esteem?
Very nice, very nice. Very nice, super. So these all are the aspects, maybe a reason for the, what you call, the low self-esteem. When you try to bring them to the present, context and content, and try to create an insight into their own problem by using various therapy styles, then when the insight happens, the aha moment is created, and they will be able to, what you call, they will be able to come out of. I will tell you a real life case which happened day before yesterday. Usually this insighted oriented therapies, okay, sometimes it is short time therapies also. When you create insight, the therapy is over. So when you when you are able to create insight, the therapy will come to an end. That is a short term therapy also. So in Gestalt therapy and all, it is it aims at short term therapy aspects. So a person came to me stating that he is having premature ejaculation. Hope we are all adults here. We are all adults here. Yes.
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 Yes. Even most of the psychologists, I do not know why they feel very difficult to use the word even sex. Okay. Yeah. So what happened? A guy came stating that he is having a premature ejaculation. He got married. First 10 days it was not well for that boy. So after 10 days he came for counseling. Sir, this is what happening, and I do not know why. So we advised him to take the semen test. So the semen analysis was perfectly all right, and he was having a positive, and he was having more, what do you call, the sperm counts. The sperm count is really more. So we try to understand the past behavior, why that he is, whether he is having any kind of the low self-esteem as far as this aspect is concerned, whether he is having any, what do you call, the assumptions, because most of the people have the assumptions that masturbation will create impotency. So whether this kind of any, what do you call, assumptions, whether the boy was having, whether the boy was involved in any kind of masturbation and all, that we try to identify. So he was he was doing it, but not very regularly, and he was not having any kind of a guilt feeling, because once when they are doing and when they are having a guilt feeling, low self-esteem will come. So he was not having very much a guilty feeling, and he was not regularly he was doing. And we tried to understand whether he was addicted to porn, etc. And he was not addicted to porn and all. He, when friends compelled, 1 or 2 times he has seen, but he was not having the habit of watching porn films. So everything was ruled out. So when we were going back, then when we did the therapy session through NLP, that is going back to the childhood, okay, NLP technique. So NLP is also a insight-oriented therapy. So when we did, we found out that actually, when he was child, the father and mother, they used to indulge in physical intimacy, thinking that he has slept, thinking the boy has slept. He used to witness the things, and sometimes he has seen his father crying. Sometimes he has seen the mother shouting, I don't want, why are you pressurizing me and you are putting me like this, in between you are doing like this. So he has heard several aspects in those times, and father is not happy, mummy is not happy. This he used to see when he was very young. That started playing the moment he got married, when he wanted to have physical intimacy with his wife. So the context and content which happened there, which started carrying to the present moment. So when we gave the counseling, the therapy aspects, he was able to come out of it. So low self-esteem may be because of many aspects, and insight-oriented therapy is very, it is one of the best aspects for us. So any interpersonal relationship struggles, insight-oriented therapy will be very good. Having the capacity to step outside of one's immediate experience and to think about oneself from the perspective of an observer is very useful ingredient for most psychoanalytic and psychodynamic interventions. We have seen the Gestalt technique and also one NLP aspects and unfinished business. This is from psychoanalytic and psychodynamic. Step outside one's own immediate experience and to think about oneself from the perspective of an observer. That will create more insight. Now, the three questions which you have raised. Okay, you become an observer. Okay, and you ask the question, you become an observer and see, you will be able to get some kind of insight into the questions. So these all are the therapy styles which pertain to insight-oriented therapy, psychoanalysis, psychodynamic psychotherapy, humanistic and existential approach, Adlerian psychology, existential therapy, person-centered therapy, Gestalt therapy, and the NLP. So these all are the aspects which largely comes under the same school of thought, that is insight-oriented therapy. So one of the aspects from psychoanalytic and psychodynamic is trying to understand whether the person is open-minded or closed-minded. When person is open-minded, when suppose for example the boy who came for the counseling, he is having the closed mind. That is, he thinks that okay, something is happening with me and it is a problem. Closed mind. The open-mindedness, okay, I have a problem, I will be able to come out of it. That is open-minded. So this is one aspect from psychoanalytic and psychodynamic, wherein we try to use various techniques like free association and ink blot, TAT, etc., to understand the mind, okay, the closed mindset, and to make it open-minded. In Gestalt therapy, these all are the therapies which we can use it for insight. That is your focus of awareness. What is your focus of awareness? For example, for that boy and the girl who met with, who were nearly missed from the accident through a lorry, their focus of awareness was different. Their focus of awareness is not the present. Their focus of awareness, it is in the past, unconscious. So by giving the insight into that, we will be able to bring them to the current insight. Looking for the opposites. So she is eating very fast. Eat very slowly, Looking for the opposite and trying to understand. Then empty chat technique. Making the client to tell, I am responsible for my choices. Now, whether I want to get fear when I'm crossing the road, when I want to walk alone in the road, or I want to be dependent always. Choice, you are having two choices. choose the choice you want. Only when you choose, I want to be alone, I want to cross the road alone, then I am responsible and I'll be able to walk on. Now, bringing the client to the I am responsible, that is a technique that takes time. Dealing with unfinished business. Dealing with unfinished business. So dealing with unfinished business, that is what we have been discussing. Okay. So these all are the aspects can bring can create insight. That is assuming responsibility for all of yourself, your traits, decisions, feelings, and actions. That is what we have to create in the client. Being your true self, your own person, independent, not conforming to other expectations. Not conforming to other persons. What is that? I am like this. I am what I am. Living in the here and now, not regretting the past, not obsessing about why we did something, not trying to plan and control everything of the future, but being in touch with our feelings and what is going on right now around us. When we try to create these three aspects now, we will be able to bring them, we will be able to create an insight for change. The another technique is a dialogue. And that is what we started the session with, dialogue. The dialogue is 3 questions. Okay. You have a dialogue with your own self. You have a dialogue with your own self. We will finish the session in another 2 minutes. Can you people come on the video? Come on the video. Achha, okay. That was very nice. Just to take a snap. Just to take a snap. History is very important, you know. History is very, very important. Achha. Now I will take a full screen. Achha. Achha. Dr. Simo has also come. If Sapna and Kausar comes, that will be very nice. Yeah, Sapna also has come. Very nice. Function print screen. Yeah, thank you very much. So the thing is, insight-oriented therapy, we try to understand something today. Okay, now the dialogue with the technique is, you have a dialogue with your own self about the three aspects. What is my deepest fear? Have a dialogue. What is, suppose if I am in my deathbed, what will be my regret? And how that I am going to work on that from today. Have a dialogue and have a dialogue about the other question. When you have a dialogue with your own self, that creates more insight into your own behavior. And I'm just typing a number. Please note this number. Please note this number. Please don't note this number. Okay. 1 second. I am putting a number, just note it down. Okay. 1 second. I am putting a number, mobile number 801 58 50974. 801 585 0974. Okay. Note down this number. Please note down this number 801 58 50974. Please note down. And I will show you.
Sir, please repeat the number, please.
It is available in the chat box. Available in the chat box.
So the code number, plus
yeah.
91, right?
801 585 0974. Please note down. Okay.
Sir,
So,
excuse me, sir.
yes.
With plus 9 1, right?
Now I have put in the chat box.
Yes, yes, ma'am. It's follows with,
801-585.
yes, sir. It follows with the code number, right?
Yeah, 91. 91 is the code number.
Yeah,
You
okay.
can add 91.
Sir, may I ask something?
Yeah, 1 minute. I'm coming. I'm coming to you. So this is the number. Okay, you can note it down. This PDF file, it completely talk about the methods for gaining insight into ourselves. Okay, in Gestalt therapy, what is that we can use, and the various other therapies. Okay, self-awareness and the other aspects. Okay, all the techniques. Okay, this is a very nice PDF. And I have 2 more PDF into insight-oriented therapy and the presentation which we have seen. Okay, if you want it, message to this number. Okay, PDF, Insight PDF. Just write Insight PDF and send. Okay, we will share it, but not today. Okay, now मुझे बहुत भूख लग रहा है. I feel I have to go outside. Kuch chapati, idli, dosa, I have to eat. Okay. So tomorrow only we will be sharing. Okay. But if anyone wants it, they can just message to this number. Thank you very much. And summer we are going to have a 2 hours training program. Certified psychotherapist, certified hypnotherapist, and certified energy freedom therapist, emotional freedom therapist, EEFT. So these 3 trainings in 1 month, daily 2 hours. The fees is very, very low for the first 1 week. That is 5,999 only. Whoever wants to join, you can join. You can get the SDA Canada certificate also with some extra amount if you need that certificate. Other than that, the EMOCare certificate and the GDCO certificate, it will come. If you need SDA certificate, that you can that also you can get on extra payment. If anybody wants to join, you can contact your EMOCare leader. You may be in some group, their leader will be there, like Saumi may be there, Fatma will be there, Preeti will be there, Shaurat will be there, Nazia, Shaurat, Reshma, several people. Or if you are not able to find it out, you can at least tell in this number itself, 801-585-0974. There itself you can say, I would like to know, and the details we will share it with you. Thank you very much, team. Hope some new learning you got. Yeah, somebody had some question. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to know what is that empty chair technique, sir?
Empty, yeah, that we will do it on another time, Lakshmi. We will definitely cover those things. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Psychotherapist program, we will be covering in depth about empty chair technique. Yeah, Meenakshi. Yeah, Meenakshi, you wanted to ask something. Any other question? Anyone else? Meenakshi, you wanted to ask something? Yeah, you can open the mic.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Sir, I have a question regarding the self-esteem.
Yeah.
Sir, I feel like I am low in self-esteem. How can I improve it?
You please get in touch with me, Meenakshi. Okay, in the personal window. Okay, I will. That we can do it in 1 or 2 sittings. We will do it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
2 or 3 sittings in Zoom. Okay, if you join, we will. कोई बात नहीं, वो आराम से हो जाए.
Sir, this course that you were talking about coming up in the summer, is that the one starting from May 1st, sir?
Yes, the same thing.
So I've already enrolled.
Yeah, thank you very
I
much.
have already enrolled. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. And whoever wants to enroll, please get in touch with us. It will be a mind-blowing program. You will really enjoy it.
Sir, what about phobia, sir? If you could give some tips.
Rinki, phobia also, it may be because of the past aspects, it may come in the present. Rinki, suppose yesterday I was taking a session, okay? I was taking a session in army headquarters, okay? I asked them whether do you people fear cockroach, okay? One man told, sir, I fear cockroach. Then I told, okay, what cockroach will think about you? Tell me. That is what creating insight. Then she started laughing. The next time when you are seeing the cockroach, just to think, what cockroach will think about you? The moment the cockroach sees you, what you will think? What cockroach will think? The moment you get see cockroach, you get fear. Now think opposite, what cockroach will think about you?
But
Then
sir,
the
what about non-living thing fear? Like there are people who are scared, who have phobias, strong phobias of heights or water or swinging things.
If it is because of the past, bringing them to self-awareness, and there are many techniques available in CBT, and guess what? To give them the self-awareness, one is we have to see whether the fear what they have, phobia, sometimes we come to assume that that is negative. There are some fear that is actually positive also sometimes. Okay. Because not wearing a mask, suppose if I fear, okay, without a mask, I will not go outside. Suppose somebody is having that fear, that is only good. So that also we have to see. Yeah, at some point of time we will discuss. Team, please join the 1 month program. We will be raising the fees by 2,000 by 2,000 quickly. Already we got around a very good number of participants we got. Join and enjoy. Thank you. Bye-bye. And I will share the certificate link also. Okay. Tomorrow evening, you can go to the same link every week. Go to the website and site up. You will get the link every week. The next day, go to the same link. You will be having the multiple choice question, and also the when you attend, you will get the certificate. You need to just go to the website, site up, and see all the information.